The room went dead silent the moment the hood fell back. For a heartbeat, no one moved. No one breathed. The elite SEAL team, men who had stared death in the face 100 times, stood frozen, their eyes locked on the tattoo inked along the woman's spine. And the woman they had mocked, dismissed, and pushed aside, finally lifted her head. But none of them were prepared for who she really was. Sergeant Lana Merrick arrived at Camp Sentinel the way a storm approaches, quiet, unassuming, but with pressure building behind every step. Her uniform was standard, her stance disciplined, her hood drawn over her head against the desert wind. And instantly, they judged her. A half-dozen operators leaned on crates near the firing range, snickering as she passed. "Look at that hood. What is she, hiding a bad haircut? Nah, she's hiding the tattoos she's so proud of. I bet it's something poetic like, girl power. Maybe a butterfly." They laughed harder. Lana didn't react. She'd learned long ago that silence was its own weapon. Inside the base, whispers followed her. Rumors. And more mockery. They didn't know her. They didn't know her past. And they definitely didn't know the weight of the secret she carried. The only person who didn't join in was Brooks, an army sniper who had a reputation for being both quiet and observant. He watched Lana with a kind of curiosity that others mocked him for. But he could see something in her posture, her steps, the way her eyes scanned terrain out of habit. She wasn't weak. She wasn't lost. She wasn't inexperienced. She was hiding something. Something big. He just didn't know what. 2 days after Lana's arrival, Camp Sentinel was thrown into chaos. A convoy of American humanitarian workers had gone missing near the mountains. The insurgent group known as the Serpents claimed responsibility and issued a chilling message. "Send your best, or send their bodies home." SEAL Commander Briggs assembled his top operators. They were preparing for the rescue mission when an argument erupted. "We're short one medic," Briggs said sternly. "Then grab anyone," one operator said. "Just don't send her." Every head turned toward Lana standing quietly by the wall. A wave of snickers swept the room. "Yeah, she'll slow us down. She probably cries when she breaks a nail. Bet she can't even carry a full pack." Lana's jaw tightened, but she said nothing. Brooks stepped forward. "She passed the advanced medical exam. Let her come." Someone scoffed. "Why defend her, sniper? You sweet on her or something?" Brooks didn't flinch. "No, I just know how to read people. And she's not who you think she is." Commander Briggs studied Lana for a long moment. Something in her stillness bothered him. Something familiar yet unreachable. Finally he nodded. "She goes." The room erupted in disbelief. Lana simply grabbed her gear and followed the team out. At sundown, the team moved through the narrow mountain passes in a 2-vehicle convoy. They didn't make it far. The first explosion ripped through the silence, flipping the lead Humvee. Gunfire poured down from the cliffs. The SEAL team scrambled for cover, pinned by enemy fire from all directions. "We walked right into it." Someone yelled. "Medic!" Another shouted. "We've got 2 down." All eyes turned, reluctantly, toward Lana. This was her moment to freeze, to fail, to prove them right. But she didn't. Without hesitation, she sprinted through the gunfire, sliding beside the fallen operators and assessing their wounds with rapid precision. "Pressure here," she ordered. "Tourniquet. Hand me that." Her movements were sharp, focused, flawless. Brooks watched her with growing confusion. "Who are you?" he murmured under his breath. And then, the second ambush hit. A group of insurgents descended the slope, moving to capture the wounded. The SEAL team was outnumbered, scrambling. "We need a path out," Briggs shouted. Lana rose from the wounded, her calm eyes assessing the terrain. "Sniper," she called to Brooks. "Get to that ridge. I'll cover you." He frowned. "You, cover me? With what?" She reached up and pulled back her hood for the first time. A gasp went through the team. Because the tattoo they had mocked, hidden beneath her hood, wasn't a butterfly. It wasn't a flower. It wasn't anything cute. It was the emblem of Phantom Unit, an ultra-classified, legendary covert team that even SEALs whispered about. A unit said to be gone. Disbanded. Lost. Commander Briggs stared as if seeing a ghost. "No way," he whispered. You were with Phantom Unit." Lana didn't answer. She didn't need to. Because in the next breath, she moved with a speed and precision none of them had ever witnessed. With the hood gone, Lana unsheathed the compact rifle strapped to her back. Her motions were clean, lethal, practiced. The air around her shifted. Brooks realized instantly, she wasn't just a medic. She wasn't just some transfer. She was one of the most feared operators alive. Lana fired in controlled bursts, forcing the insurgents to scatter. Her aim was surgical, every shot a message. Brooks took the ridge, picking off targets with her covering fire. The SEAL team rallied around her, pushing forward. And for the first time, they followed her lead. When the last of the insurgents retreated, the mountains fell silent again. Briggs approached slowly, still staring at the tattoo exposed along her neck. The story's phantom unit was wiped out. Lana's eyes darkened. Not wiped out, betrayed. The team watched her, suddenly realizing just how much pain lived beneath her calm exterior. Brooks stepped closer. Lana, what happened? She took a shaky breath. My entire team, my family, they didn't make it. And I wasn't supposed to either. The grief in her voice was sharp, raw, yet she stood strong. We finished this mission, she said firmly. Then you'll have your answers. They pressed on, following Lana deeper into the mountains. She tracked enemy movement with uncanny accuracy. She maneuvered them through traps they didn't even see. She predicted ambushes before they happened. No one doubted her now. When they reached the cave where hostages were being held, Lana crafted a plan so precise that the SEALs stared at her like she reinvented warfare. You sure about this? Briggs asked. I've done it before, she said softly. Too many times. The team executed the assault flawlessly. Hostages were extracted, insurgents defeated, and not a single American life lost. All because of the woman they had mocked. Back at Camp Sentinel, the mood was different. The same operators who mocked her now waited for her outside the med bay, humbled and silent. Briggs approached her, standing stiffly. We were wrong. Lana nodded once. You didn't know. That tattoo, he said quietly. It means something. Something big. She pulled her hood back up. It meant I once belonged somewhere. And you do again, Brooks said gently. Here. Lana hesitated. For the first time since Phantom Unit fell, she let herself breathe. Let herself be seen. Let herself belong. The team saluted her, not out of protocol, not out of fear, but out of respect. Lana walked into the rising dawn, the air cool and still. Her tattoo, once mocked and ridiculed, was now a symbol of strength, of survival, of what it meant to rise again after being broken. Brooks joined her quietly. You know, he said, the hood doesn't hide you the way you think it does. She looked at him with a faint smile. No, because real strength never stays hidden. Lana exhaled, feeling something new settle in her chest.